Awesome. All right, guys. Welcome to our first Zoom session. Hope everyone's quarantine or social distancing is going all right. It's kind of nice to see other faces. As much as I enjoy my roommate's face, it's nice to see some new ones. So today's mobility session is going to focus on hip mobility. We'll be opening up our hips since we've been doing a lot of squats and lots of various indoor activities, which involves a lot of squatting, I found. So opening up our hips for that. And we'll start out with a little warm up, which does involve squats. I can ask Taylor if they count towards his 50-50. But we're going to start out with 10 air squats, and bear with me as I adjust my camera angle once in a while from a standing position to a floor position. Okay. So we're going to start with 10 air squats, just normal air squats. Try to get it below parallel, but we're doing 10 so we can work our way down and a little bit lower with each one. So 10 air squats. And you guys have the option to keep your camera on if you want me to keep an eye on you and kind of coach that way. But you also have the option to turn it off if you feel uncomfortable sharing it with other folks. After those 10 air squats, we're going to take a little wider stance and get some 10 sumo squats in. So again, we want to get about parallel and get 10 air squats in. So those 10 sumo squats. Cool. Once we finish up those 10 sumo squats from the wide stance, we're going to maintain that wide stance and go into 10 cossack squats. So from side to side. So that's 5 each side. Try to keep your chest up and not bend over your leg. We want to set our hips back and then down. And then when we're done with those 10 cossack squats, we're going to lie down and do 10 glute bridges. You want to make sure, bear with me as I change angles. I'll go this way. With those glute bridges, we want to make sure we're pressing our hips through, hold at the top for a second, and then come down. We'll do 10 of those. And if you guys have any questions about any of these movements, we have the chat open so I can follow there. Or if you want to unmute yourself and ask that way, that's okay as well. Cool. When we're done with those 10 glute bridges, we're going to go back to those 10 air squats. We're going to do one more round of 10 air squats, 10 sumo squats. Cool. After those sumo squats, head back into those cossack squats, so the side to side. And another set of glute bridges. And if you guys ever need me to slow down, let me know because I can't see all of you right now. Oh, Kyler's outside. And I will post that warm up. So it's 10 air squats, 10 sumo, 10 cossack, and 10 glute bridges. So we're going to do 3 sets total of those 10 air squats, 10 sumo squats, the 10 cossack squats, and 10 glute bridges. Or if we're just joining in, at least get 1 round in. And sorry if there's any ambient noises like trucks and cars. I did have to get out of the house. My roommate is also home, so I wanted to be aware of her space too. All right, I'm just following along, seeing as people finish up. And if you do want to share your video, if you have a dog, it will make me very happy. All right, guys, as we finish that warm up, we're going to come down to the ground. So I'm just going to change this angle a little bit. So we're going to start out with some 90-90s. So that means our legs are going to come up at 90-degree angles, like so. We're going to keep our chest up. If we need to, we can plant our hands behind us to rotate our legs from side to side. And we're going to do 5 each side. Cool. When we're done with those 5 each side, I want you to maintain that position. Come this way so you guys can see it. And we're going to lean over that front leg. So for this way, we're going to lean over that front leg, almost like a modified pigeon. We're going to hold that for 15 seconds. Good. I'm finishing up in 3, 2, 1. Staying in that position, we're just going to lean back, get more of a stretch in that back leg. Again, we're going to hold this for a few seconds. Good. And we're going to switch sides. So again, we're going to lean over that front leg in that modified pigeon. And 3, 2, 1. Same thing, we're going to lean back, get a stretch in our back leg. Awesome. And we're good. So for the next few movements, I'm going to be facing the other way so that you can see how my legs are positioned. We're going to lie down on our backs. One leg is going to come up. I'm just going to press it out. And let me know if you can't see, because I cannot see the computer angle. So we're just going to take a few seconds pulsing this leg back and forth. We can apply a little pressure using that hand. if you want a deeper stretch. Now I'm going to have you guys take that same leg, push it a little further across the stable leg. So your ankle's just going to be a little further out. We're going to pull our knee towards our shoulder. So getting a nice cross stretch. And you're using that planted leg to get a little leverage in this stretch. Good. When we're done with that, we're going to take our hands, weave them through our legs to our hamstring, and pull this leg back. We can use our elbow to create a little leverage. And the harder you pull, the more of a stretch you get. But we still want to be gentle. Use little pulses. Motion will be a little more effective than a static pull. Great. I'm going to drop that, and we're going to do the same thing for our other leg. I'm going to start here, press out. Good. And we're going to take this leg, adjust it a little further. Use that leverage of your stable leg and pull down and across. And then again, we're going to take our hands, weave them through our legs, and pull on that bottom leg to get a stretch. Again, we can use our elbow to press out on that bent knee. Awesome. All right. Cool. So now we're going to come up to our knees, spend a little time here. We're going to start in a low lunge. So that runner's pose or lizard. And from this position, we're going to face towards our leg, get a twist up, and then come down. Our goal is to touch our elbow to the ground. We'll back up for those who can't see. From here, towards our leg and up. We're going to do 5 each side. Nice and slow. Take your time. Really feel a stretch through your groin and your hips. From this position, we're going to move our front leg back just a hair so that we can lean over that leg. We want our back leg to stay in the position that it was for that runner's lunge. We just want to bounce a little bit, little pulses, get a little ankle mobility in here. Use your body weight to kind of help get that stretch. If you want, you can lean back, rotate that knee. From there, we're gonna drop that leg down and across into full pigeon. So we can start here in an upward position, or we can lean down over that front leg. Up to you. We're gonna hold this for 15 seconds. Our goal here is to keep those hips parallel. So we don't want to rotate to either side. A lot of people have a tendency to roll out. We're not really getting a stretch here. I want your hips to be nice and even. Good, and we can come out of that. We're gonna do all the same things, but for our other leg. So other leg comes forward into that runner's pose, or lizard, some people call it. And again, we're gonna get that nice twist, and then elbow down to the ground. 5 on this side. Nice. And again, we're going to scooch that front leg back just a hair so that we can get a little ankle mobility in. Nice, Cal. Couple more seconds. Good, then we're going to drop that front leg down into pigeon. Try to keep that angle as best you can. If that means we stay a little higher in this pose, that's fine. And then we can drop down if we have that mobility. Again, our job today is just to work into it, keep it passive, don't force anything. I'm going to hold this for another 10 seconds. Great. All right, come on up. From here, from on our knees, we're going to take one leg, bring it forward, and send our hips back. Get a nice stretch. This is half saddle, so the full position would have both legs back and us leaning into it. This one, we're just going to do one leg at a time. I'm going to stay here for another 15 seconds. Nice. Drop your butt down to the ground. We're going to switch legs. And for this one, our butt shouldn't be on the floor. We kind of want to press through that front leg and get a nice stretch here. And 2, 1. Good. Now we're going to take a little wider set. So almost like we're trying to do the splits, but a little more comfortable. Our legs are going to be nice and wide. And then we're just going to take little rocks back. So from the side, legs are nice and wide. Just little pulses back. Again, don't apply too much pressure with these, just little pulses. You don't want to overdo it. Good. From there, we're going to come into seal. So we're going to basically lie down and press up. If this is too high, you can go into Sphinx and press up through our forearms. You get a little better stretch through those hips. You get your full arm. Three, two, one. Awesome. For this next one, if you have a surface, the couch stretch is the one where we put our front leg forward and our back leg is up. If we don't have a surface, another way to do this is that front leg is forward, just grab that back leg. And again, we don't want to let our hips rotate out. We want to keep them nice and straight. And 3, 2, 1. Drop that leg. And we're going to switch sides. So the other leg comes forward. Again, if you have a surface, you can put that back leg against it. If not, go ahead and grab it. Seconds left in this position. Good, go ahead, release that. Cool. From there, since we've been doing a lot of squatting lately, I'm just gonna take a minute or two in squat therapy. So from here, and excuse me while I adjust that angle, we're gonna drop into the bottom of our squat and spend some time here. We can press our knees out. We want to keep our chest up, knees out. We need to hold on to something or put your hands out in front of you. I like to put my hands right between, almost in a prayer position, and use my elbows to press my knees out. From there, we're going to add some internal rotation. So trying to keep our feet where they are, we're dropping one leg forward and pressing through. Coming back to that squat, drop the other leg forward, press your hips through, and back into your squat. I like to do 5 of those each side. After that, we're going to come back, bottom of our squat. If you need to stand up, relax your hips for a second. We're going to come back into the bottom of that squat. Place one hand on the ground. Add a twist. Again, you can use that bottom arm to press out on your leg. Do 5 each side. Good. Come on up. And that's what I've got for you today. If you have any questions, let me know. We will be posting this video. We did record it, so we'll post this video on YouTube and on the blog page. For the next mobility sessions, we'd like to have a lacrosse ball and a roller if we can. John also posted those links on the blog page, I believe. So if you can get a hold of those, if not, let me know. I might be able to help out. All right.
Hey, how often are you guys wanting to do these? It may be posted somewhere, but just so I know.
John, that's for you.
It's gonna hopefully be every 2 to 3 days.
Okay, and about a half hour every session?
Yeah, I'm going to try to keep it between 20, 25 minutes. We went a little over just because we started a little later today.
Cool. All right. Well, thank you.
Yeah. Thanks, everyone. Have a good one. Stay healthy and happy.